Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another UGVR video. Today, we're going to be talking about the Q&A that took place on the official UG Discord server because the owner leaked a lot of stuff. A lot of people think Yum Yum is the owner of this game because he does all the YouTube stuff, but the owner of this game is actually named Dominate. I don't want to yap for too long, but if you want to win one of these bundles, comment down your MetaQuest username down below, and enough yapping, let's get into this video. And quickly, before we get into the main stuff, they did release more information about the pterodactyls or flying dinosaurs. Number one, if you missed it, they're going to be a new type called gliders, so they're not going to be under the Hunter Titan category. However, it's not going to be like an alpha. It is going to be a boss, but it's not going to be a Titan, so don't get that confused. Another thing about the flying dinosaurs that I think is really cool is that they're getting their own saddle, and it's not going to look like any of the other saddles in the game. It's going to be a leaf saddle. And the reason it's going to be a leaf saddle is because it needs lightweight to fly, so hence the leaves. Y'all are going to hate me for this one, but he did tell us the name of the dinosaurs, and I kind of forgot, man. I know, I'm a bad YouTuber, man. I'm sorry. But obviously, this is not all the information we got. He yapped for almost a whole hour, and I'm not saying yap like it was a bad thing. Oh, I was taking notes. But anyways, let's get to the juicier stuff, like what dinosaurs are coming next. Alright, this has become a common spot for me to talk in, but I promise you, this big dinosaur actually ties into one of the dinosaurs he leaked. So let's get one of the cooler informations we got out of the way. It's a pun, you'll see here in a second. The Ice Titan, that is coming towards the end of December. We got that confirmed. The flying dinosaurs will be around Thanksgiving, early December. And then the ice map is going to be later December. But the Ice Titan in that map is actually going to be called the Chilodon. We already got a concept art for it, but I think it's going to be a lot like the Magmadon, hence the name. It's going to have like those, you know, bearded chili things coming off of it. I'm guessing it's going to have mostly white or snow skins. I would literally just expect this to be an ice Magmadon because it's going to spray ice like the Magmadon sprays fire. And another dinosaur we actually got leaked is this little ugly thing right here. He called it the Ugliosaurus. I don't know if that's going to be the official name. He even said himself that the stuff he said wasn't 100% going to come true, but it's probably going to happen. So, boom, the Ugliosaurus. I think it's going to be a tank. It looks like a tank. But with them announcing gliders, they also announced they're going to have a lot more classes coming out in the future. Expected around like January, February time. Obviously, we're getting the gliders early December, but you know, I'm talking about the other classes they haven't really revealed yet. So expect more classes, and if you haven't seen these dinosaurs yet, they did kind of talk about them. They gave us the names for them again. I didn't write them down. I'm so sorry. However, they did talk about the water mechanics and how water dinosaurs are gonna work. So let's say you have a regular dinosaur. It's just gonna walk on top of the water. Like this. Like how I'm walking right now, you're not gonna be able to like swim into the water, if you know what I mean. But if he is a water dinosaur or a dinosaur that can swim, then he's gonna bob up and down like a Minecraft character in the water, so it shows that he can actually swim. And they did say that the water map will be 2 levels. It'll be a top level with, I'm guessing, pirate ships and stuff like that, and it'll have a bottom water level. They didn't really go into too much detail about it, but they did explain how it's gonna work. And if I had to take a guess, that little axolotl dinosaur looking thing is going to be the water dinosaur that we get for this map. Because obviously we're going to have to fight and get the egg from the dinosaur or just straight up buy it from the store before we can actually get into the water. So who knows, maybe it'll be like a little beach area where you can fight that dinosaur and then you can go out onto the pirate ships. I'm just speculating this part, but this is what they told us. You're going to be able to swim underwater with only water dinosaurs, not every dinosaur in the game. Speaking of every dinosaur in the game, most of the dinosaurs in game are kind of classified as OG dinosaurs. For example, the Chompy, he's been in the shop a lot, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about how they announced that they're going to be either sunsetting or just phasing out old OG dinosaurs. A lot of people don't like how these old dinosaurs are popping back in the shop. They kind of just want new dinosaurs or newer dinosaurs in the shop. So they understand that, and they're going to leave all the OG dinosaurs to just being alphas. They won't be eggs that you can buy in the shop anymore. I don't know when this is going to come into action. They said they wanted to wait and let everyone get a chance to get all the dinosaurs. So I would expect a lot of old dinosaurs to be in the shop and then never be in the shop again. So, I mean, who knows? This literally might be your last chance to buy a Chompiosaurus in the shop. But yeah, obviously that's not all the information they leaked to us, so let's get to the other juicy stuff. Alright, I want to talk about something that was leaked to us that night during the Q&A. But I just want to say the owner really cares about the community and this game. That's why he's pushing updates so much. He was talking about how his company looked like it was going to go bankrupt like a month and a half ago, and how this game kind of saved it. And, you know, he's really grateful for that, obviously, and he wants to get back to this community. So one thing you might have noticed when you spawn in is there's like these Stonehenge statues everywhere, and those are supposed to be a part of the lore. Quickly, I'll go over it. He did reveal that Ugs are a part of the real timeline, so like the Earth we live in real life. The Uglies came before us. That's why the raptor is named the Rapto, is because the Uglies named them. They were there first, they named them first. And then when humans discovered the bones, they named them whatever. But the lore is, it's supposed to be the Uglies were the ones that actually named the dinosaurs. Again, obviously this is a game, it didn't actually take place in our timeline, but you're supposed to think like it did if you're gonna like figure out the lore to this game. So what does that have to do with the Stonehenge stuff? Well, that's all lore stuff, don't worry about that, but he did say the Stonehenge stuff eventually in the future is going to be for earning golden nuggets. And how everything I just said relates is, well, he's trying to give us more ways to earn golden nuggets because he knows a lot of players have been asking for it. Stonehenge is supposed to be giving us golden nuggets sometime in the future. Maybe it'll be like a daily challenge or like a portal. It kind of looks like a portal to me. The mini games next year are supposed to be giving us golden nugs, along with a ton of other stuff he has planned. And the reason me and Gorgith are chilling at my hut right now, well, it's because he did announce that there's going to be a mini, hold on, I'm going to say this right, Triceratops. I keep saying Triskeletops on accident because it just rolls off the tongue. But like the big Triceratops over, you know, somewhere in that area, the one that you can jump off of and get launched up into the air with, there's going to be a mini one on the hut so you can just jump on it and get straight to the middle. There's also going to be a cosmetic station in the hut, so you don't have to go all the way out into Ugtopia just to change what you look like. And I would expect more things like this in the future. He said he wants to make the map easier to move across, move faster, whatever. He's just trying to make it easier for you guys to get around the map. And speaking of maps, you might have seen this in the announcements, but they did talk about it more in this Q&A. The Crystal Cave is actually getting a big update for Christmas time. It's going to be like a snowy Crystal Cave. And I don't want to take credit for this idea, but a while ago, I released these AI pictures of like what Ugg could look like in the snow time. And one of them was the Crystal Cave, and it looked really good. This is probably the best picture from that collage. I'm not saying I gave them this idea or anything, but you know, that picture is pretty fire. And we're getting a Christmas cave. But the other important thing they told us about Crystal Caves is after Christmas time, it's going to be closed down. It's going to be gone. I don't know if it's coming back. He didn't say if it was going to be coming back. If I had to take a wild guess, I'd say no, is probably not coming back, just because it's kind of just like a simple feature right now. It has an alpha, it has the golden tooth, but they're going to be adding a lot of other ways to earn bones and a lot of other stuff to do. So eventually the Crystal Cave is just going to be outdated. However, with the winter update for the cave, they didn't really go into it. So I don't know if it's just going to be like a cosmetic overhaul where they just make it like snowy inside, or there's actually going to be like, I don't know, like a snow alpha or something like that inside the cave. That would be pretty cool, but I think the biggest information from this is that Crystal Caves is indeed going to be closing down after the winter time. And two other bits of information I think you guys are going to find either really helpful or really cool. They said Dino Abilities isn't going to be coming out to around February next year. He also said don't quote him on that, so if it's February 1st and the Dino Abilities aren't out, don't be adding him. He knows he's trying to get it out by February. A lot of people might be upset by this. I was kind of excited for Dino Abilities. I don't know how it's going to work when PvP's out. Maybe they're trying to align these two things to come out together, PvP and Dino Abilities. But by the sounds of it, I think PvP is going to be coming out first before Dino Abilities are out. Their team is working 24/7. I mean, like the update today that came out with all the dino armor and collars and everything, this game was so laggy earlier, I wouldn't even be able to record this video if they didn't fix it. And they fixed it by the nighttime. Their team is working almost 24/7 around the clock. They even got a guy in Australia doing work while they're sleeping, so that's just insane to me. The owner is a big Jurassic Park fan, and he wanted to add a skin into the game with the Jurassic Park theme. And he added in the guy from Jurassic Park that says clever girl to the raptors. Now, he said he wanted to do this with the raptor bundle, but it just didn't line up correctly, so that's why he's coming out with a different dinosaur. We do get 2 dinosaur bundles every week now, so I don't know if he's coming out with the Ugosaurus Rex. I have heard the admin Blue Shell talk about something called Sexy Rexy, so maybe it's going to be like a girl skin, like with long hair, pink dress, stuff like that. And then the other skin's going to be the Jurassic Park skin. Or he could just be the T-Rex bundle, and we're only getting 1 bundle, but I did talk about how this dinosaur earlier is gonna, be important later. So he did say he wanted to add a Titan dinosaur that you can, get in a boss fight with that was about that big. He said something about it being half the map size, and I don't think that's possible, but I love the ambition. Prove me wrong, hopefully. But even if it's that size or somewhere close to that size dinosaur over there, he said he wants to do it. It's gonna be like a Godzilla dinosaur, but not really. Don't say Godzilla, they don't like that. It's not going to be called Ugzilla or anything like that, but it's supposed to look like that dinosaur right there and just be ginormous. He said it's supposed to take multiple lives just to beat. Like, you're going to have a group of 5 people, and all of you guys are probably going to die like 2 to 3 times. He said he wants it to be a proper boss fight like RuneScape or something like that. And I kind of lied earlier. I said they didn't give us the name of any other classes that's going to be coming out in the future, but they kind of did. The reason I didn't want to count it earlier or tell you guys earlier is because they said they're going to be coming out with super hunters, super tanks, super titans. I don't know what this means. They didn't really elaborate on it. I don't know. I think that's one of the craziest informations he gave us. Number 1, the dinosaur that he wants to be half of the map. That's insane. Who knows? Maybe this has to do with them phasing out the OG dinosaurs. When the OG dinosaurs come back as alphas or something, they're not going to be, regular hunters. I don't know. Maybe it's a way just to preserve OG dinosaurs. But yeah, let's hop all the way down here because that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. That's most of the information they gave us. I'm really bad at writing and remembering things. I'm really sorry. Next Q&A, I'm going to be in there taking notes like it's a college class. I promise you. But next Q&A, you guys should be in there. So make sure you join the UG Discord server, the official UG Discord server. I'll have the links down below. And if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It's a click of 2 buttons. Why not? It's easy. And yeah, that's what the owner of UG said is going to be coming in the future. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Peace.